Okay, sometimes we need to add canvas to an image, and this tutorial will show you how to do that. First of all, we are in Lightroom here, and here is an image of a bald eagle flying across the front of Conowingo Dam. Now, I mentioned earlier that I always like to crop my images such that there is more negative space in the area that the bird or animal is flying or moving into. As you can see from this image, it's very difficult to do that because there's very little negative space over here. So what we need is more negative space over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this image in Photoshop. And it's then going to open in Photoshop. And I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. First of all, the old way. If we go up to the image menu item and go down to the canvas size selection, we get a panel that pops up. And what we want to do is add more range, if you will, over here to the right of this image. So that obviously applies to the width. So what I'm going to want to do is, I'm going to guess it's going to be 2 inches. So let's make this 15 inches. And then down here in the anchor section, we're going to want to make that 2 inches to the right of this. So you click the left arrow. It's kind of counterintuitive. But then once you have done that, click OK on this panel, and you can see we have all of this white area here, which has been added to this this image. Now, what we want to do is make that area into the same type of background. And it's pretty easy to do. All we have to do is select that area. Make sure you select it using, I use the rectangular selection icon, and select all of that area. Make sure you include just a small few pixels of that area of the original image, and that way when we do our content-aware fill, it will content-aware fill that area properly. So we go down here and we do a fill, and again we want to make sure that we're in content aware and click OK, and then let Photoshop do its thing, and you can see it is not quite right. So we're going to fix that. First of all, we're going to deselect this area here, and then we're going to reselect the area that doesn't look right, and that's this area right here. Then we're going to go down to another tool down here, which is the patch tool. You'll want to click on that and select the patch tool, and what that allows you to do is then patch that area from another area in the photograph. And we are going to take this area down here. That looks about right there. And actually we're going to take these. Now we're going to go back and use this area right here. Looks about right. Okay, take that and click OK, and it's going to patch that area from this area that we have taken over here. And we're going to deselect that, and that actually doesn't look too bad. It might not be perfect, but it's pretty good. So then when we do our crop on the image, we can crop this, and I think it was 4:6 up here. Oops, make that like that, and we can crop that such that now we will have this bird flying into the frame rather than out of the frame. And there's what the new image looks like. Okay, that was the old method and the harder method, if you will, that can be done with earlier versions of Photoshop. This happens to be Photoshop CC, and the 2017 version has a pretty nifty tool that will allow you to do that easier. And I'm going to Control Z back on this to get my original image here. Let's see, or Alt Control Z rather, and go back and keep going back until we get the original image. There we are. And the easier way to do this is via the crop tool. And if you notice, there is an option now on the crop tool called Content Aware. So we're going to click on that. And if we then want to crop that, say like so, we then have all of this black area over here to the right, and we merely have to click the check mark here, and Photoshop will go through the calculations in order to determine what the proper crop or what the proper content aware fill is on that. Notice it still didn't do a great job over here, so you'll have to fix that. So that's adding canvas to, and I won't go through that here because we just did it. So that's content aware fill.